The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup championship in Vegas.
We all know Victor Wembanyama is a walking stat line, so I always like to check out his player props. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. I would take. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast Network. It's Thursday, November 21st, and we've got a great episode for you today. We're talking about the worth of pinkies has been an ongoing topic on Twitter.com. We're going to talk about pans and their role in Thanksgiving. We're talking about Jay Leno getting jumped by 1920s mobsters. We're talking about Adam Schefter, Joel Embiid, Dalton Knecht. And Jackson's going to do a Stump the Olds. We got all kinds of great stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Got a whole smorgasbord there.
Ooh, a smorgasbord.
Smorgish.
Is smorgasbord the original charcuterie board? Like, what is a smorgasbord?
I feel like it's Nordic, and it was just like a banquet, right? Isn't that the origins of that shit?
Probably.
Smorgasbord. Like,
I bet hearing
a bunch of different foods, right? Like a buffet, right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
Yeah. Like a big ass buffet banquet Nordic type shit. I think that's the origins of the shit.
Okay. Charcuterie is like bougie shit. That's finger foods. Like a smorgasbord, like you can.
Yeah,
that's a meal, nigga. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
Motherfucking whole ass leg of lamb on that motherfucker.
Like, grab that motherfucker with your hand, nigga. You know what I'm
like
saying?
This.
You don't even use forks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? These are your utensils with a smorgasbord.
This is what you do with charcuterie. This is what that is smorgasbord.
You need your palm for a smorgasbord, nigga. You feel me?
According to the dictionary, it's a meal with many different foods that are placed on a large table so that people can serve themselves, or a buffet.
A buffet.
That's my kind of party. That's what we're doing for Christmas Eve. That's what my grandma used to do. She put everything out, and then you just come hang out, and the food was there. I bet there's nothing funnier than hearing a Norwegian person say smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord.
That's nasty, actually.
As always, Jenkins and Jones is hosted by LaJethro Jenkins, aka John.
What's that, Bubbas?
Dragonfly Jonez, aka Tyler.
Hey, everybody, have a good.
I'm Guardy B, aka Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
And we're produced, as always, by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffron and Josh Rodriguez.
How you doing?
What's up? All right, we got to talk about this pinky shit, fellas. This really. I've had people
went up on Twitter.
I've had people hit me up all week in the DMs and my mentions talking about John and I are crazy for wanting $10 million for our pinkies, bro. That's part of my body, Tyler.
Dog, look. I think we need to set the premise of this hypothetical. We need to make that very clear, right? Like, because y'all know I am for sure like, bro, get every penny out that you can out of a motherfucker when it's time to make money, right? Run that shit up. But the hypothetical here is if someone comes up to you and they throw out a number and they say, I want your pinky and I'm willing to pay this amount of money for it. No negotiating, take it or leave it. What's the lowest that number could be, right? And
I appreciate that you're clarifying that because Tyler got accused of being a bad negotiator.
I got accused of being a bootlegger. He
cannot let that stand.
Yeah, I cannot. Absolutely. But yeah. So, and I said the lowest number that could be for me is $500,000, 500,000. Look, 500,000, that is a house in Virginia, bro. That means I don't ever have to worry about being homeless.
That is a third of a house in LA, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
No, that would pay my mortgage off. That is effectively a house.
Your
to me
mortgage.
as well.
I'm talking about 2024.
No, I know,
nigga, you know
but I'm saying to me, I'm in the same situation. Like that would pay that would pay the house off.
Listen, bro. Like, bro. So you telling me I don't ever have to worry about being homeless again in my life, and the biggest bill of my life every month is gone forever? Take this motherfucker. When can we set this appointment up? Send me the motherfucking calendar invite. You can have this motherfucker. 500,000. That's my price.
I think this motherfucker.
And y'all saying 10 million is y'all number? Like if someone came up to you and said 7.5 million for your pinky, you'd be like, nah.
No, I say
Wild to me.
7.5. I mean, I think for me, it was like, yo, this is, if you're going to ask me the number, 10 million, right? But if you put like 3 million in front of me, you could probably get this motherfucker. But if you ask
3 million
me,
is a probably.
I mean, that's a great.
I think 3 mils are probably.
3 mils are probably. 3 mils are probably. Like, that's a probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, nigga. Like I brought this up in the last joint. You know, Virginia rent and rent here is different, nigga. Like, Mike's in a different situation because he got his shit early, bro. Like, nigga, a fixture upper here is motherfucking 900,000, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with the windows kicked out and burglar bar doors, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
a tear down is like $750,000.
You feel me? Yeah. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm for me to be in your situation, how you feel, 500K, like that's probably like 2.5 million here. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm at with it, nigga. So if I was back in St. Louis,
just an inflation
give me $5, nigga. Give me $5. I'm back in the.
It's a red.
You can have this bitch for a good crisp $5 bill, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And a $20 gift card to Schnucks.
Right, you feel me? hit that Snook smorgasbord up, nigga. Give me some chicken, you feel me? I'm good, nigga. No, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like 3 million. If I'm like, if you put something in front of me and I'm really thinking about it, 3 mil, I would think about it. It would be really hard to turn that 3 mil down.
Our chat is so funny. Mary said, "How much did you use your pinky today? I would adjust."
I use pinky, man.
I use the pinky, bro.
I use the pinky. The pinky is used.
I use it for personal things. I use it for other things. Like, I don't know. I feel some people have made the point that it is actually, if you're talking about grip, these two fingers, your middle finger, your ring finger, are actually less important to how you use your hand. Like when you pick up something, the pressure you're putting is with these two fingers. Like your pinky is actually somewhat important, even with your offhand, for like how you turn things and pick things up and everything.
My favorite thing to play, period. My favorite game is catch, nigga. I be using my motherfucking pinky. You feel what I'm saying?
I know.
Also shooting, like shooting the ball with just these.
Your offhand, though.
It'd be your offhand.
It's my offhand. You know what I'm saying? But like with like the balance hand, like. And with with the setup, you need shut the goofy ass up. With the setup, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need that motherfucker with the setup, and then I, turn my shit like this. You feel me? Like, I don't know, G. I use my pinky. I use my pinky, man. It's gonna take a good amount of bread.
I could come down to maybe like $7.5 million.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Said I'd adjust.
Amani in the chat said Tyler with his 500K and slack grip saying, "I understand it now."
Just exactly flicking gummy bears in off my pinky nub. Just fucking bink.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Here's my thing. Here's my half serious thing. I remember being broke enough that I was like, "What is this plasma hitting for?" And I'm not living like that. So like shearing off pieces of my body when I'm financially comfortable feels like greedy and morally wrong to me. That's how you know what I mean?
It doesn't feel greedy and morally wrong, but it does feel weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that down bad. You feel what I'm saying?
And and like maybe this is foolish, but I'm not worried about being that down bad. I have been down that bad, and I'm aware of what the road to that looked like. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a leverage issue for me, bro. Like I need my health more than I need money right now.
We were just talking last episode how all you need is one lick, bro, to be set for life. Just one good lick. And y'all are gonna let the pinky collector leave the room without a deal. I cannot believe it, dog.
I don't know that I am. I might be the one hitting the biggest lick if I get my $7.5 million for it. I didn't say I won't do it. I said I have a really high price for a piece of my body, and I feel comfortable with that.
I just feel like a pinky collector got a certain amount of bread, G. Like I feel like 500,000, you selling yourself really short. If you a pinky collector, you got that motherfucking bag, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain amount of comfort you have to walk around asking for pinkies. from niggas with jobs. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a motherfucker that's on the corner asking for money, nigga. You can pull up me in my whip and ask me for my pinky, nigga. You know what time it is, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Come up off it. Fuck you mean, nigga?
He's basically the bank, is what you're saying. He's got kind of unlimited funds, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking Bank of America for $500,000, nigga. Run me. You know what I'm saying? You pull up on me, nigga. Fuck that. Run me all my shit.
I also want to say this to some of my in real life friends who've been hitting me up about this. You know, are we class warriors or are we class warriors, bro? It's the same shit with like my most lefty socialist friends that are like having kids is expensive. You know, I'm really focusing on my career. And I'm like, you're pretending to be anti-capitalist, telling me you're not going to have kids because of your job? Like, if you are an anti-capitalist, why are you telling me you would sell pieces of your body for money? That is not socialist behavior, my brothers.
That's a fact. Those two don't jive right there, dog.
Because we have no choice, Mike. Whether we're socialists or not, we have to live in this capitalism, okay? That's why, okay?
I gotta live here too, bro, but I'm gonna be fucking flicking you in the ear with my pinky. Pointing out your intellectual inconsistencies.
If I see a motherfucker that's coming with a big bag, nigga, I'm running up off him, nigga. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, G.
I like that part of this is just that John's imagination has created a vision of the pinky collector. That
I see the nigga.
Yeah,
I see the nigga.
I was about to say, I feel like we wrote
suicide doors on some. Do you have great poupon ass shit? You know what I'm saying? That's the nigga. You feel me? Give me the.
He's like dressed in all black.
He got a coat on. I see the coat and everything, nigga. You know he really ducked off.
Wearing fur in LA when it's fucking 68 degrees.
I need that. Come on, bro.
All right, we're gonna kick
1%er for sure. I need that money. Fuck you mean?
We're kicking off our Thanksgiving conversation slightly early here. Roy Wood Jr. tweeted a picture of the pan that all of us have, the cookie sheet that we all have in our kitchen currently. It's not even rust. It's just like brown. Black
residue,
grease residue, whatever it is. And he tweeted a picture of it and said, seasoned vet that brings leadership to the oven on Thanksgiving, or put him on waivers to make space for a new pan. Tyler, your thoughts?
That motherfucking pan right there. That has been one of the strongest soldiers I've ever come across in my life. Like that pan was there for me at my absolute lowest, bro. Like when I was living off motherfucking frozen chicken nuggets and frozen crinkle fries, bro. Like that motherfucker was right there with me. And I still got my shit from like my college years in my crib. I rarely use it because it's just old as fuck, but I still have it there, like, you know, just on some never forget where you came from shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
On some Udonis Haslam player coach type shit.
But to what Roy
I called it Udonis Panslin.
Yeah,
I did say that.
But to what Roy was propositioning, I don't think you break that out of Thanksgiving. That's your dog that was there for you at your lowest moments. But you know, you got to put on the Ritz during Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a little fancy. Right.
Your mother-in-law doesn't need to see you at your lowest.
Exactly. You got to get a little fancy schmancy. Like that's. That pan is your homie that you used to smoke Black and Miles with. You know what I'm saying? You don't smoke Black and Miles anymore, but that's still the homie. You know what I'm saying? And you want to go around the family smelling like Black and Miles and shit, you know? So, like I said, you never turn your back on that pan, because that pan, like I said, one of the strongest soldiers that's ever been by your side in your life. But you don't break it out of Thanksgiving. And it's not because you're ashamed of it. It's because you respect what you and that pan have together. You know what I mean? Just on a personal, right? On a personal one-on-one level. It's y'all, baby. That's not
ain't nobody else's business. You know what I'm saying? We've been through this. I mean, we
have heated up 3-day-old Church's biscuits on this motherfucker, right? So, you know,
I baked the steak on them motherfuckers, nigga. That's what I made that motherfucking shoe sole ass steak on one of them old motherfuckers. You know, you got to keep that. You know, it's learned with you. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like
what did you have the oven set on?
With it.
What did you have the oven set on when you baked the steak?
350, nigga. Just like I thought the same thing you bake cookies with, nigga. I ain't know nothing what broil was, nigga.
You could have hit a solid double in the gap with that steak, dog.
Bro. Crazy, nigga. That shit.
You could have wrung that out like a washcloth and not got one drop of moisture out
Not
of
a
that.
drop of moisture, nigga. Bro, that shit was crazy. Nigga, I'm crazy. But anyway, I baked all the moisture out that bitch. But I would cook with it. I just wouldn't put it out, obviously. You know what I mean? Like in my family, we kind of different, bro. Like one Thanksgiving, Aaron came down with no shirt on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't really tripping off that type shit, bro. Like nigga, we just keep the family around at Thanksgiving. So it ain't like no, you know what I'm saying? We don't have like our names and you know on name plates and shit, you know, like some people do. You feel me? It's not big deal like that. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put it on the table, but I throw the turkey on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sit on the stove, let it get a shine. It's earned it. You know what I mean? It's a vet, nigga. It's been there. It earned something.
And I feel like
yeah,
to
I
the
feel it.
family, it lets them know, like, you've passed down knowledge to me. Like, I am, you know what I mean? Like, I am ready to be.
And I remember where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm not, we still connected. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, we're
I
gonna put it
have
on the table though.
my 13x9 dishes that I make. That's like my thing I use the most in the kitchen when it comes to like ovens and shit. When Shola was born, we brought John a ZD.
Yeah.
And Shar was making fun of me because I went and bought a new 13x9 because I didn't want to tell y'all, you got a baby, you got to get this pan back to me or whatever. So I went and bought a new one.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, they're like $6 or whatever. But that's what she
Okay.
was making fun of me. She was like, you bought the new one as the one that you were going to give away so that you could keep your one that looks like that one that Roy would. And I was like, well, yeah, because this is my ZD pan.
Respect that. I respect
like, this is my ZD
That's
dish, bro.
I respect that. I respect that, dog. That's a real
just
nigga
drop it
right
off
there.
with the Nichols family and never see it again. Like this,
we got
this
experiences, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This the main. You feel me? Out of heart and soul and put it in shit. Yeah, I respect that. That's crazy.
All right. I want you guys to give me a bullshit test here on Jay Leno being video interviewed outside a comedy club in LA with the entire left half of his face looking like an old grape, just as bruised as could be, with a light dusting of makeup over it, wearing an eye patch.
Eye patch is crazy.
And this is what he said.
Turn that nigga
Jay
to a
Leno
pirate.
has
Go
been
ahead,
seriously injured again after the comedian says he, quote, fell down a hill at the Hampton Inn.
I gotta see that hill. Did they show it? Have they seen it online?
People have put up pictures of the hill on Twitter.
Okay.
There is a hill at the Hampton Inn. It is across the parking lot, and there is no conceivable reason to be there.
Have you seen how high that hill is? That motherfucker's 2 feet tall, bro. Have you really zoomed in and seen the perspective?
Send me that motherfucker. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. What's crazy to me is though, I don't give a fuck if it's a motherfucking like a hill you run hill sprints on or some shit, nigga. You know what I mean? If it's a legitimate hill, walking did that to you. That's what happened from walking. Like, nigga, like you rolling down a hill and you can't stop yourself. Like, that's how, nigga, stay inside. I don't know if I leave the house if walking, I can end up like, got an eye patch from tripping while walking, nigga. I don't want to make it to that point. Send me on home, baby. Let me chill with the ancestors at that point. That's crazy. Horrible.
Listen, bro. Somebody is beating Jay Leno ass. That's like that's where the story needs to start. I think we don't need to do any speculation.
He'll beat his ass, nigga. Go ahead.
I don't think we need to do any speculation on how these injuries came about. Somebody's beating the fuck out of Jay Leno, bro. And look, for all the jokes that came out saying that this is some shit that Italian mobsters do when you owe them money, bro. Look at the motherfucking scenario. This motherfucker said he was at the Hampton Inn. Jay Leno, $450 billion net worth. Jay Leno is at an Hampton Inn on the outskirts of Pittsburgh and said he was walking to a restaurant. You telling me a motherfucker worth $500 million is on the outskirts of Pittsburgh and staying at a Hampton Inn and is walking to an Olive Garden and says he falls down a hill in this atmosphere? The motherfucker said the hill was 60 feet tall. He said there's a 60-foot. He said there is a 60-foot fucking ravine on the outskirts of Pittsburgh across from the Hampton Inn. That's the Grand Canyon, bro. 60. Do you know how high 60 feet is? I want y'all to really put this in perspective. 60 feet. That is a 6-story building, bro.
60 feet will make someone who grew up in the country like do a respectful inhale when they see it.
Listen,
Grand Canyon.
Listen, dog. 60 feet. Think of a basketball court. Think of your favorite NBA arena. Think of motherfucking crypto. Think of the rim. Think of the goal. That's 10 feet. Imagine that motherfucker with 5 more of those stacked on top of it. That's what Jay Leno said he fell down on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you the injury that really made me think, yo, this might be some mobster owing money shit. The motherfucker said he had a sprained left wrist, so his right side of his face is fucked up. Then his hand on his other side, he said he had a sprained left wrist and a broken middle finger and a fingernail missing from that middle finger. That's some mob shit, dog. Look, during the mob interrogation / where's my money beating, he probably flicked the motherfuckers off, and Fat Tony from Piscataway is like, oh, give me that fucking finger. Well, we put a middle fingers out? Give me that motherfucking finger. And he probably broke that motherfucker. Listen, I'm all on board.
Write the book, nigga. You got a whole nigga. I need the whole shit,
bro. Jay Leno got his ass beat by the mob, and I'm with it. I think all the evidence is there. Those are some you owe the money, some money to the mob injuries.
But he's
dog.
worth $500 million. You said right?
Yeah,
how much you think you owe them niggas?
Stupid.
You can owe them. I mean, rich people get jumped by the mob, bro.
I'm saying, but pay the niggas. If you, I mean, you $500 million. You know,
not always just about money though. Like.
I mean, I don't know, nigga. You would know more than me, obviously.
It's not always just about money. But the first thing I noticed, to Tyler's point, and obviously the internet is assuming he got beat up by the mob too. All the injuries. Listen, I have thrown myself down a hill to make my children laugh. It was not 60 feet tall. It's hard to keep your momentum going as an adult because you're heavy. You naturally just sink into the ground. You have to really like movie style get up and fucking throw yourself over. But I'll tell you this, if I had gotten hurt, all of the bruises on my body would not be on one side. All the bruises in your body are on one side when you're laying on the other side, curled up in a ball, and someone's stomping you the fuck out.
And
that's the only way you got the two-face bruise, bro.
Yeah. Listen, bro. That motherfucker, hey, he got his ass beat during a "Where's Our Money" interrogation. I for sure think that Larry has legs, bro.
So why is he, how did he get on camera? Like, what was the reason that somebody saw him and put the camera to his face?
That's another thing. He was doing a comedy show. You got your ass, bro. He still needs the money for whatever fucking reason. And look, and I'm gonna tell you what else made the wheels of my shit turn. Remember, like a few years ago, he said he beat fucking a burning incident where he said he was in his garage and his garage caught on fire. How the fuck your garage catch on fire, dog? You better stop playing with the people and get them they goddamn money, Jay. These motherfuckers are not playing. They're setting your ass on fire and beating the fuck out of you, dog. Like, bro. And you still out here doing comedy shows.
Yeah. The chat is screaming at him to call the Pinky Club. The chat is begging Jay Leno to take the money. The chat is saying, Jay, take $500K, please, and pay them off, please.
Y'all know Nick Cage got in deep because he got addicted to buying castles, right? Like rich people have the same brains as we do.
Hey, what happened with Nick Cage?
That's why Nick Cage was in a bunch of dog shit, bro, because he was addicted to buying castles. He had like 6 castles in the portfolio, and it was like, dude, you have a net worth of $1 billion or whatever, but you are $0 in checking. Jesus. That's why he was in a bunch of bullshit, bro. I think he came out on the other side of it now. But like, yeah, if you go look at Nick Cage's IMDb,
the castle addiction.
There's
Jesus Christ.
That's strange addiction.
Hey, bro, that's a human brain, brother. That is
Jesus Christ. You got.
And Jay Leno.
That's why I know that picky nigga got a bunch of bread, nigga. That's why I know that nigga rich, dog. His brain has been warped by the money, just like Nick Cage, goofy ass, nigga. All of a sudden, he needs castles, nigga. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck you mean? Crazy.
I think like the thing to keep in mind, like with him being especially in like Pittsburgh, it doesn't have to be about money. It could have been that there's a comedy mob in Pittsburgh he didn't go tap in with. You know what I mean? You flew into my town.
Pittsburgh like that.
Put that big ass chin on the fucking table, you know, kiss the ring. Like, who knows, bro?
Jay Leno. That's crazy.
All right.
This is the difference. Like, this is not being on Twitter. Like,
you had no idea about any of this.
I never would have thought this nigga got his ass beat. Like, I just thought, like, I didn't see the heel, none of that shit. I took it for what he said, and I was like, damn, you got your ass beat by a heel like that?
Yeah.
All right, nigga. And then went on about my day.
That's the blue sky perspective right there. That's the blue sky perspective.
Y'all got the heel,
right
nigga. You know, y'all got the heel. Y'all got all the info, nigga. Wait, it's all on one side. He pulled his pinky nail off and shit. Like, nigga, that's crazy.
Because the sickos aren't on blue sky. They're on fucking Twitter still.
I ain't on blue sky like that, honestly. I got like 3 tweets or skeets, I think they're calling them, which is
that's
nasty.
when I hopped off the blue sky
Skeets?
Schrodinger's box. They want you to call tweet skeets, Tyler.
No, absolutely not.
No motherfucking way. Good. Yeah, we know these niggas wasn't outside. Skeets. Fuck you, me. Oh, anyway.
Speaking of skeets, Adam Schefter revealed in an interview recently that he broke NFL news shortly after or possibly during having sex with a lady. I did not need. This is information I learned against my will. I did not need to know this. I did not need to think of Adam Schefter as a sexual being, and I would rather not have this in my brain.
It's so wild to me because I just do not envision Adam Schefter as a human. He's just like a little sports news robot man to me, dog. Like, and I'm not saying this like, oh, I can't believe Adam Schefter has women. That's not the angle I'm taking here because, you know, I'm a firm believer, bro. Every pot has a lid. Like, that's why I don't understand the incel movement, bro. You can get a woman. There are women who will be interested in you if you're not a weirdo. Like, that's really the bar is on the motherfucking floor, right? But yes, they are weirdos. Exactly. Yeah. But bro, it's just so odd. I just can't imagine Adam Schefter actually doing human shit. Like, Thanksgiving is coming up. Can y'all imagine Adam Schefter at his family's Thanksgiving dinner, bro? Like, it's just some shit I just cannot wrap my brain around.
Wasn't Schefter the one who married a 9/11 widow? Wasn't that it? Didn't that happen? Was that Schefter?
Oh, I think so.
I just remember it was an ESPN guy. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, Google says in 2007 he married Sherry Mayo 11 months after meeting her on a blind date. Schefter had been married once before but ended in divorce. Sherry's prior husband, Joe Mayo, had been killed in the World Trade Center in the 9/11 attacks. I don't think I would have
told anybody that. I think that's just my business. I think that's like the Pan and Tyler.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They did a whole. I think it was like for the 10th or 20th anniversary of 9/11. There's like a whole ESPN Sunday morning featurette about like he like wrote a letter to the guy because he's raising his kids and stuff like that. Like it was some like
bro. I'm haunting your ass. Fuck you mean? I'm coming back. I was chilling. Now I gotta have you. Fuck you mean? Nigga, them my kids, bitch. You know what I mean? I need you now, nigga. You feel me? I'm gonna have your ass running out of my house in front of my children, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you mean? Don't be on TV with that shit, goofy, and writing a letter to me. I don't know you, fuck nigga. That got me hot, nigga. He weird. And also, why the fuck you telling people you doing that during sex? That's stupid. You stupid, dummy. You dumb, nigga. What the fuck? I pulled my dick out. And bitch, you're weird. You're fucking weird. God damn. You telling people too much. All that shit. I don't like this nigga now. That's weird. Am I tweaking?
No, I agree with you.
Like you had ass fucking, you know what I'm saying, mini documentary on your little shit going on, nigga. That's a real life, nigga. I'm real chilling. Fuck you, man. I'm really hot, nigga. I need to calm down. Where my water at?
Told you, bro. Not a real human. That's a robot, bro.
Where my amino acids at, nigga?
John, I'm glad that you got your. I'm glad you got your
smoothie.
I'm glad you got your water bottle back from the body shop.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Send it off to get some work done. You know what I mean? It's shining now, baby. You know what I mean?
You gotta get new door panels put on. The water bottle got T-boned.
Got it waxed
fucking
down.
La Cienega.
Yeah, pulled up.
Tried to push a yellow.
Yeah, we back with it, baby.
All right. Joel Embiid got called out by Tyrese Maxey for not going to work on time. What do you think, Tyler?
Joel Embiid, bro. He's a fascinating dude to say the least. He's a player who I'm not necessarily a fan of, and I'm not really a hater of either. I think that when he's on his shit, he's incredible, right? Like he's a fucking top five talent in the world when he's on his shit. But the win there holds a lot of weight because we don't get that consistently. But my main emotion that I have, like when watching Joel Embiid, is I'm so glad I do not have to root for this guy. Like investing your NBA fandom in Joel Embiid does not sound fun, bro. It does not look like a fun ride. And we got a taste of that during the Olympics when he was just not a good fit out there. And it just, bro, like I was like, Philly fans have to do this all season, every year in and year out. Like rooting for Embiid is just not a good feeling. And now they're at the point where it looks like Embiid's best years perhaps might be behind him. It looks like the injury bug's probably going to bite a little more frequently. And I just don't know how this is going to end in Philly. But from what we've seen previously with star athletes in Philly, once they, jump the shark, shit does not end pretty there. So, bro, it's just an interesting experience. And, for a franchise whose whole philosophy was try to fail their way to the top with the whole process shit, now y'all have something else to ponder, because is it time to blow this motherfucker up or what? Now that's the question.
That's also blowing it up is part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing it up and tanking again, that is an important part of the process for loser ass franchises. Like it's just part of the cicada cycle of death and rebirth that that they must go through.
I feel if Tyrese Maxey is calling you out, you tweak it. Like he seems like the
Mr. Smiles.
You know what I'm saying? Vibes guy. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Like, you to the point where Tyrese Maxey, I guarantee, did not want to do that. Was like, look, my boy, you wildin'. We need to lock the fuck in. You know what I mean? And it doesn't surprise coming from him. Like you said, like, Tyler, this doesn't seem like as good as he's been. You know what I'm saying? And as high as his high points are, I understand. It makes sense that he's not reliable, because that's what it feels like how he's been on the court. You know what I mean? So, bro, that's just crazy that you push Tyrese Maxey to the point where, like, yo, in front of other people, like, we need to lock in. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Sheesh.
I just don't understand. Like, it's just that I would be so embarrassed if, like, a teammate of mine called a meeting and was like, I need everyone to be here. I'm going to ask Joel to come to work. Like, I would just be so, like, I would be, like, mortified. We had one, y'all remember we had the one interview where I was taking my kids to something and the timing got fucked up on it. And I was doing the interview with y'all while I was driving my car. This was like 3 years ago or something. I've thought about that every time we've scheduled an interview since that happened. It was the most like, I was so embarrassed about that shit. And, like, I can't imagine just being like, well, I'm just 15 minutes late to the NBA game I'm playing in every day until someone is finally like, hey, you're making, like, this GDP of a mid-sized country. Could you just, like, be here when we're here too, so that we could start the warm-up? Like, I cannot imagine, bro.
But also the thing is, like, if you are the guy, like, you are supposed to be there first. Like, all the dudes who's really that dude in there getting a one-on-one work in and shit. I remember, like, I had to work some shit that was at the Grizzlies, like for the Grizzlies or whatever. And it was like 5, 6 hours, some wild time before the game started. It was like 3 and the game started at 8 or some shit, something like that. And I'm seeing like the one-on-one work they're doing to prep for the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, like what was it? I think it was what's his name? Josh Shelby used to be really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Shelby.
I mean, this nigga,
went to Kansas
yeah,
and
he was a dog, and it's unfortunately it worked out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For
Selby, yeah. But like he was. I mean, this motherfucker might not even have seen time that day, and he was in there getting his work. What the fuck are you doing while you're late? Like, nigga, lock the fuck in. Like, if you the guy, be the fucking guy. Like, how are you? Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like, how late are you? Oh, it's crazy. Anyway,
it's like when we said, like, you know, a few weeks ago about how he grew up idolizing some of these guys, and he got to the league and saw so many of these dudes just do not work as hard as he thought they did.
It's, bro, like, if you're a professional basketball player and you're what's the last 2-3 years he was playing MVP level ball? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my nigga, like, you're not playing a game. This is a job. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, and you really out here playing. Like, stop that. That's crazy.
I mean, and not to get too Republican roundbally, it's not, for me, it's not some like the people of Philadelphia show up to work on time. It's not like that. Like, you know, people would kill to have your job. It's not that at all. It's this sports team is an ecosystem, and you are at the top of the ecosystem.
Right.
And all of these people below you that you need to do a lot of dirty work for you to remain at the top of the ecosystem, they can't be at work before you. Like, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
if
they
you're
can't
late
punch
and
in
you're
before
expecting
you, bro.
And you the guy that's supposed to be keeping people accountable, holding people accountable and shit, and you wilding? The fuck? And then also, like, with the injury bug and shit, like, nigga, if you can't even show up on time, how are you taking care of yourself? Because a lot of that shit is getting that fucking work before and after the games. You know what I'm saying? So not just out there working on your shit, but are you getting your body worked on prior?
Bron says his prep for a 7:30 Lakers game starts at 7:30 in the morning.
You feel me? I mean, that's Bron. But I don't expect you to be Bron, but I expect you not to be no fucking bum showing up late. That's wild. I ain't calling a nigga bum. I ain't trying to go to, but I mean, it's like, damn, that's you tweaking. You tweaking, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He caught a Schefter.
Yeah. Schefter. Wow.
He was also reportedly said that, quote, whoever leaked that is a real piece of shit.
But like that's
and like
that's
not. Well, don't be a piece of shit, my nigga. Like,
and also players only meetings. This stuff gets reported every time. But
also, like,
it's not like
how you like your actions are what you should be worried about, not who fucking leaked the shit. Get your shit together, bro. You worry about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's the issue too.
They have the worst record in the NBA. The worst record in the NBA.
Crazy.
They played their first game last night with their new big three together, and Paul George promptly gets hurt. It is like a disaster class season from the Sixers right now.
But
people are talking, should they tank? Should they blow it up? They just signed Paul George to a 4-year max
four
this
games
offseason.
Into the season. I know it's still early, but I mean, we're pretty deep into the season to have the worst record in the NBA and not be thinking about tanking.
I mean, you're seeing who the team is. Like, they're not going to be too much different.
They just assembled a big three, and they drafted the rookie of the likely, or one or two rookie of the year between McCain and Knecht right now. And they are the worst team in the NBA.
Sounds like your superstar showing up late, brother. I don't know.
Certainly does.
I'll tell you who drafted very well was our beloved Los Angeles Lakers. Dalton Knecht at number 17 was an absolute fucking flamethrower the other night. He tied the NBA record for most three-pointers made by a rookie. He is tied for second most three-pointers made in a game by anyone in Lakers history. And we got him at pick 17. And I don't know that I've ever seen Bron have more fun in an interview that he had in the locker room after that game. When people were like, oh, you know, you give Rob and them a lot of credit. And he was like, they didn't find him. 16 other people fucked that up. I don't know. 16 other teams fucked that up. I don't know what they were looking at, because this is exactly who he was last year.
Called a nigga a real live Ooter. I'm running with that one.
That's AD loves that Ooter shit, bro.
That's fire, bro. The real live Ooter, nigga. That's a Ooter for sure. Go
AD
ahead,
has been saying he's the top Ooter on the team, and he's officially after the Tuesday game, he gave up the Ooter crown to Dalton Knecht.
I'm fucking with it, bro. I'm fucking with the Ooter. Go ahead, though, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, they're right. People passed on them because of his age. That's the only damn reason. Because he's 23 years old, and we're in the one and done era where, you know, if you're over 20, there's question marks of why are you still in college, right? And I just think that, bro, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that I am just some college basketball guru who's tapped in and has seen all the prospects and everything. But from what I saw from Dalton, the highlights and shit and the performances that he was putting on, I was like, that kid is an NBA player, like no question about it. Flat out. So I just don't know. Like I said, I think that the one and done era has melted people's brains to a bit, but shout out to the Lakers because they're that shit doesn't matter to them. Like we saw that with we're seeing that with Knecht. We saw that with Reeves. Reeves was like 23 when they picked him up. So
yeah, but they want game ready guys because they have old superstars.
Right.
But with this CBA, that should be everybody's approach. And for the people who are like, he's 23, they're 23, they're more seasoned. How do they handle the jump from NCAA to NBA level? Dalton Knecht went from the University of Northern Colorado to the SEC, and in his first year was the SEC Player of the Year. Like that might be as big a jump as the jump from the NCAA to the NBA, bro.
Facts. My brother actually he was younger than he's younger than my brother. I was like 3 or 4 years. My brother, when he was a freshman, like they were playing the rec together, and he said Dalton always had that mindset.
At
he
where
just
at?
Grew.
At Northern Colorado?
Before he was a freshman in high school.
Oh, in high school, okay.
And he said he was a fucking ooter back then too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He just had to get some size on him and shit like that. You feel me? But like,
because he was like 6'1" as a junior or something. Ended up at 6'7".
You know how he had that? I forget the Lakers player that had that shit. He was like a 6 man or something. Anyway, but yeah, he got that late growth spurt. But my brother's one that told me to check him out. He's like, check this man out. That white boy can go. Like, fuck you mean, go to check out Tennessee. If you watched him for 18 seconds, that's an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, it's not like there's good college players that don't have NBA quality. This motherfucker was doing the way the NBA is played now, he's made for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about no pass, fast break, shooting that bitch from Steph Curry land. Fuck you mean? Off the dribble, bitch, got you. Off screens, bitch, I got you. Fuck you mean? You give me a sliver. The Jimmy is waiting to get fucking let off. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? He had, crazy build for it. So like,
shout out to the Jazz for sitting in a soft zone against him. I really appreciate them doing that.
I get
waiting
where
till
Bron's
his
coming
fourth
from.
consecutive made three to come out of the zone.
Yeah, but I get where Bron's coming from. We're like, dog, like if you paid a second of attention to this man, like you would have, the guy is an NBA player.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, Bron also,
what he's doing is like it's impressive, but if you watched him, it's not completely shocking. You know what I'm saying?
His last 4 games, I believe his last 4, he's shooting 67% from 3 and averaging 24 points a game.
Dude, he was dropping
he's only been in the NBA for 2
in
months.
College games, 30 plus in a college game, is insane. He was playing the game differently. He was playing an NBA level NBA game in college. You just saw it. It was.
He probably couldn't believe he ended up on a team with Bron. But you just see, you see on the bench, Bron and AD looking at him like, this motherfucker is gonna make my life so much easier.
So much easier, bro. You know what I'm saying? So much easier.
The last thing I just want to say that I thought was really funny was Bron was cracking up about, hey, the internet always says I'm a liar. Like, you can go back and check in real time the stuff I was saying about Dalton Knecht last year, and it's true. He was doing interviews talking about like when they play, where he was like giggling about how much he liked Dalton Knecht. That was last year. That was before they picked him. So this isn't
Both can be true.
I always knew. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
There's a lot.
I'm not saying it is. I'm
sometimes
just saying it can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes,
Liars aren't always lying. Yeah, we can agree on that. Okay, Jackson, I believe you've got a Stump the Old.
You're a live Ooter. Are you an Ooter, Jackson? Are you
quickly before we
you
get
the
to
best
Stump the
Ooter
Old,
on the show,
the
nigga?
Chat, hey, maybe. The chat was saying, "Oh my gosh, you guys are talking about the Lakers and not about Celtics Cavaliers." And so I was just telling them how cute the Cavaliers are.
Does the chat really want us to say nice stuff about the Celtics?
They just want us to talk about the real basketball. And you know why we're not talking about it? Because the Cavs are such a cute little pre-December basketball franchise, man. They're doing so great in November, dude.
Dude,
that is so cool.
I think the story of that game is, the Cavs are looking incredible, but they're still not going to have anything for Boston. I think that's where it starts and stops, right? I mean, like I said, the Cavs have shown me that they are, a legitimate contender to give Boston some competition, but I still got Boston. Right.
Yeah. And that's, I feel like,
I think we said that.
The Cavs were missing some guys. That's fine. And the Celtics were also missing Porzingis. And The Cavs are just, I mean, they're trying really hard, and it's really awesome to get excited about November
so
basketball.
Are so smug.
Like that is a cool
Save
thing.
us,
Probably
Dalton
happen to get
Knecht.
excited about November
Save us, Dalton
basketball.
Knecht.
Nah, he ain't got nothing.
I know he doesn't.
And the way Big St. Louis looking too. Motherfuckers was talking a lot of shit this summer, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Most 30-point
You
games
know
in
what I mean?
the
Talking
NBA.
a lot of shit this summer. He dragging nuts on everybody. Fuck you mean? Love to see it.
Okay, we can do Stump the Olds, though. I just had to, address that. First Stump the Olds. I'm going to say a phrase, and you guys are going to tell me if you know what it is, what it means, or what it's describing. The broke boyfriend hug.
Broke boyfriend
Ooh,
hug.
damn, that's hilarious,
Broke
though.
boyfriend hug is
See if you can guess what that
I
sort of
mean,
like what that looks
we
like.
call
I've probably
those
taken a part in that before.
in my Black community, we call those church hugs when a girl
Like
just,
the little boo.
yeah, the girl pokes her booty all the way out and leans in to hug you like the
Make sure
booty
that
is as
booty's
far away from you as possible.
possible.
from it as it can be from you if she has to touch you.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
You're not getting 1 degree of warmth.
Church hug, that's hilarious.
Booty ain't even gonna be in
Church
your
hug is
orbit, bro.
hilarious.
You ain't never heard church hug before? Oh,
I don't think so. That's really funny.
We need to stop the young,
I ain't never
nigga.
been to church,
You
so-
feel me?
Yeah, stop the young.
Stump the atheist more like, I
Stump
don't
the
know.
Youngs. Let's go.
Stump the
You ever heard
atheist
of
more
hard
like-
work? Huh? Fucking Stump the Young. You ever heard of showing up to work on
get
time,
rid of
Joel?
You ever heard of being loyal to your employer?
Bro, I get that. You ever heard of hard work from Kim because she's a dentist and she has to go into the office every day and do real work, and I like sit at home. And she's like, "You ever heard of hard work before?" But no, a broke boyfriend hug is that's incorrect. A broke boyfriend hug is this thing that's going around where it's like a boyfriend is hugging his girlfriend from behind as she's like paying all the
broke.
Oh.
See, I was looking at it as broke boy friend,
Friend
not
hug.
broke boyfriend.
Broke boyfriend.
Oh no, broke
Got it,
boyfriend.
Gotcha.
hug.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the
yeah,
boyfriend
yeah.
is like
Oh,
hugging
yeah,
the
yeah.
girlfriend from
I for
behind
sure
as she's
see
like
that.
I've
paying all
done
the
the wild
bills
part
and
of that.
stuff.
Yeah, when I was younger. Oh, nigga, I was, appreciate you. I told y'all, like, for most of my life, you know what I'm saying, women I've dated made almost twice as much money as me, nigga. You feel me? I had no business with they ass. You know what I mean? I'm backing up, I'm holding them from the back, like, thank you, baby. Shit, fuck me. You so sweet. You know what I mean?
I feel
Oh,
Shar and I have had
hilarious.
joint accounts since we were very young, but I feel like I do get a little self-conscious when she's paying with the joint checking account
Mhm.
debit cards. And I don't do the broke boyfriend hug. I go be somewhere else while that transaction is happening. I just am like,
Right.
I have not deleted that part of gender roles from my head of like,
I'm leaning on her
I pay
head,
for
like,
everything.
I'm leaning on their shoulders and kissing on her cheek. For real.
Yeah, go ahead, accept that withdrawal fee, baby. Go ahead. Hit that button.
You ain't tipping? She was really nice. He was really nice. You know what I mean?
My second Stump the Olds, and then I'm gonna have breaking news after it. My second Stump the Olds, brought to us by the chat. It's real breaking news. But the second one is there's this thing that's been going around. It's been happening a couple of times in New York City. A lookalike
Yes.
competition. Are you guys aware of what this is?
Yes.
Have you seen this?
Started
online?
with that dude
John?
off the bear, right?
It started with Timothy
Okay.
Chalamet
Oh,
and has since
and
expanded to
Spider-Man?
the dude from
Was
the
it
bear.
Chalamet and Spider-Man?
No, that's
It started with them two niggas?
No. It's not. It's so this
That's
is
the same
so
nigga.
it's not Chalamet. Who does he look like? It is people throughout New York City all gathering in one place to try to see who has the best lookalike of Timothy Chalamet. People who think they look like Timothy Chalamet going and all lining up, and people are like voting on who's the best one. And then Timothy Chalamet actually showed up.
Can I just
Oh,
interject
Timothy is
that
he's a G
I
for that.
actually
He's a real
pronounce
I fuck with that.
he chooses
What's
to spell his name Timothee. He is not a G.
I mean, I don't
He's
think he's
chosen
choosing
that?
I think his
No,
parents.
I thought
chose
that was
but-
I thought his name. I thought he had a normal spelling.
Oh,
and
is
it was an
it?
affectation. I just want
Oh,
everyone to know that
if
I
that's the
pronounced
case, then
Timothy
that's weak.
Chalamet's last name the way that Tyler pronounced it the first time he pronounced it on the show. I've just adopted that and have
Wait,
called
you-
him Timothy
wait.
Chalamet ever since.
Tyler did that?
I
Yeah.
did not know.
Tyler asked me read, dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Chalamet.
Is it? Yeah, because Tyler's not hanging out with people talking about how hot Timothy
Timothy-
Chalamet
Yeah,
is.
yeah. He's just
He
reading
saw
about
that
it.
weird ass
You know
last
what I'm
name on
saying?
Twitter, bro.
Do you guys want some
Hell
breaking
yeah.
news though? Brought to
What's
us.
up?
Wait, hold on.
Information
That, and
provided by
that's a
the-
very weird thing people are doing. That's a
Yes,
I don't. I'm yes. I think
that's
that's
what I wanted
very
to say. Did
odd.
you see that there's a
Extremely.
Zendaya one happening?
Stop it.
That's gonna
Quit
burn
lying.
social
I don't
media to
love
the
that.
ground, brother.
There's gonna be a.
I did not.
That's
She
see
said
gonna
it's
that.
gonna be a
that is-
meme. This is a Megan Fox situation waiting to happen, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're doing
Hey.
one.
I don't know if
They're
that's the
doing
best
one
idea.
at Janum at the Japanese American Museum in Little Tokyo. They're doing a Shohei Ohtani lookalike.
They are.
And Shar was like,
Oh, I should send
I'm
my-
not
my
okay
boy
with
Cameron
that.
there.
Yeah, I feel
Yes.
It's like that's gonna end up being
It's not my
racist as fuck.
decision to make, but it does feel it.
Yeah.
It has the stench of it, a little scent of it.
The breaking news is potentially good news. It is that controversial nominee Matt Gaetz has withdrawn himself from
First,
the nomination, which likely means, as people are pointing out, that there is some big news drop coming about the allegations.
well, the
against him.
fucking lawyers in the case said that he had sex with a minor in front of witnesses. So like that should have been the end of it already, but that's good to hear. The other thing that's really funny, I don't know if y'all are following this, and I'm just grabbing onto whatever crumbs I can with this fucking country right now, is he already resigned his spot. So like they're actually hurting
did,
themselves
Senate.
in the House and the Senate with the number of people Trump is poaching for his cabinet, because they don't know anyone else. It's Fox News and existing electeds, which is like, because no one ran against him. So you don't have a bench of like, here's the other 10 top Republicans that we're going to put into the cabinet or something like that. And then like the Democrats have just been jamming through federal judges. They were voting at like 11 o'clock last night on the East Coast, because with all the Republican senators who are literally just hanging out with Trump, they can push through anyone they want to on the nomination process in the lame duck session. So salute to the Democrats doing something strategic. A little too late, but
Yeah, but still, fuck that shit.
What's the Chris Paul hits big bucket down by 40?
Down
meme
by-
out there,
cut the
right?
lead to 37.
Cut the lead to
Oh, that is good news though. Good. Fuck Matt Gaetz, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck his
Fuck
eyebrows
Matt
too.
Gaetz. It's for real. Fuck Matt Gaetz. Yeah.
Got the Cro-Magnon at the Botox shot, bro. Crazy. All right. All right. That's all the time we got. We'll be back on Sunday. And we'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.